is not a doubt in my mind that the term woke is overused, but how else do you describe these people? And when I say these people, I mean the people who you see post themselves on social media and you look at them and just think, mate, there is not enough antipsychotic meds in the world to calm you down, to bring you back to baseline, to put you wherever I am in the world. G'day, my name's Isaac Butterfield, and in this video, we're going to look at the most insane woke people of, well, basically of the month. There is so many videos out there that I like to do one of these every single month, and it's a pleasure to have you.
I'm trans and I'm scared for the trans community. This is why people don't take us seriously.
Of course I don't take you seriously.
Me personally?
Oh, hang on. She's replying to a comment. I'm trans and I'm scared for the trans community. This is why people don't take us seriously. Yeah, look what you're doing. What are you doing? What is this? What the fuck is this? Like, I understand that for some people, fashion is how they express themselves. Yeah, and I get it. Like, you know, you should be able to wear whatever you want. I should be able to run around in my missus's underwear and fucking with a big strap-on dildo to my head. I should be able to do that, but I don't do that because I choose to be accepted into society. There's just some things that we shouldn't do in public. I don't give a fuck. If it upsets you, me saying that, you shouldn't fucking do it. All right?
Me getting on TikTok and making my funny little skit videos about funny little interactions I've had in life. I'm the reason.
You've dyed your fucking mutton chops.
They don't take us seriously? Me personally?
Look at your mutton chops. Are you some fucking LGBTQIA plus Sherlock Holmes, mate? And what's this fucking giant bull ring you got going on your nose? Looks like a padlock. I could lock me gates up with that. They use those fucking things at Guantanamo Bay.
You know, I also get comments like this of people saying that the reason the American economy is bad is because of people like me.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but yes.
And the reason our country's so fucked up and the reason the rest of the world laughs at us is because of people like me.
Well, it doesn't help. I'm sure you're a lovely person. Take the fucking bull ring out of your nose, undye your mutton chops, remove your herpes rash up on your fucking eyes. Allegedly, not actually herpes, that was a joke. And then people might take you seriously.
No, you aren't supporting, investing, or organizing your community to uplift the most marginalized if you're still not masking.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Our liberation has always been connected. The continued rise of fascism is directly connected to Palestine, Sudan, Congo, losing reproductive rights.
Take a moment to think, because I think about this occasionally, maybe you do as well. Sometimes I get a bit stuck in my head and I go, oh, you know, I'm not doing this well, or I'm not doing that well, or maybe I should be doing something better. Just remember that as long as you are not this, you're doing fine.
Anti-trans violence, xenophobia, and yes, COVID. Being okay with disabled and immunocompromised folks dying for your convenience is not very progressive of you.
Hang on, how many people are still dying from this shit? If you're still dying from that, then you need to fucking just wake up to yourself. You need to get some fucking concrete on your cereal and harden the fuck up. How dare you? How dare you? Fucking pick something better to die from. How boring.
Especially when we know repeat infections can cause lifelong damage for all of us. If you are unable to handle the inconvenience of wearing a mask...
what I want to talk about here on YouTube, so I will on Rumble. Hello, Rumble. Welcome back, YouTube. I just went on a fucking bit of a tangent.
To handle the inconvenience of wearing a mask to protect your community, how much are you really willing to personally invest in the liberation of marginalized people?
I'm not. But I would also like to say this. I think sometimes wearing a mask is a good idea. Now, you may be shocked by that because I'm a far-right crazy person. But also, I think if you've got a gastro illness or you've got the flu, if a mask is the proper type of mask that will stop that from spreading, then you should fucking wear it, because I don't want to get gastro, all right? So maybe if you are really sick and you have to go out into the world, yeah, throw a mask on. But the whole mask thing... can I even say this on YouTube? Has been, it rhymes with debunked. No, it doesn't. Debunked. Debunked. Fucking shut up, Butterfield. Can I even talk about this? I don't even fucking know. Back to Rumble. Sorry, I can't say that here because people will freak the fuck out.
It's never too late to start masking again and taking more precautions, but it is too late for the millions of folks who died because of our government's complete mishandling of a global pandemic that continues to still take lives every day. Bye, friends.
I wonder how many people do die of that. Because people still die of it. Like, it is an illness. In the last week, 300 people have died in America from that particular illness. I mean, there's 6,000 deaths a year from just influenza. So, I mean, people are going to die from shit. That's what diseases do, right? Bad diseases. They kill people.
I had a neighbor confront me for using the women's restroom.
Oh!
I lived here for 4.5 years. Everyone should know that I'm a trans woman.
Mate, at least have a shave.
I've always been known as Kaylee. I've always used she, her pronoun. I've been having some stomach issues because of Trulicity, and I'd use the bathroom real quick, and they're single-use bathrooms, and it's the only place that I feel safe using the women's bathroom.
I bet it's a single-use bathroom after you used it, mate. Fucking burn that shit.
Well, I got done and got out, and this neighbor was talking to another neighbor and started pointing out the sign. I knew exactly what she was talking about because there's a big old woman sign. And I'm like, is there a problem? She's like, yeah, you're using the woman's restroom. You're a man.
You have a beard, bro. Like, I would be polite to this person and call them a she, but you have a beard, mate.
And I said, I'm a trans woman. And she's like, no, you're a man. And she kept saying that over and over.
That's not nice. Like, particularly if it's a single-use bathroom. If a fucking trans woman wants to use it, who gives a shit? I think everyone's issue is if when, like, someone who looks like this goes into a bathroom full of women. I think that's the issue, right? But if it's one bathroom, who gives a shit? Who cares?
And she kept saying, you're not a she, you're a he. You shouldn't be using it. You were born a man. And just over and over.
Everything she's saying is accurate, but it's not nice to say those type of things. And I'd like to think that we're in a society where we try to be nice to people, but who knows? I just think that if you had a shave, you would fit in a little bit more. Okay, so we've got John Oliver here. Let's see what he's got to say. He's talking about trans athletes in competitive girls' sports. And obviously this has got something to do with Kamala Harris. Kamala.
Frustrating to see the Harris campaign fail to formulate a response, especially because it's pretty easy to do. Watch, I'll do it for you right now. As we've discussed before, there are vanishingly few trans girls competing in high schools anywhere.
It doesn't matter if there's 1 or 1,000. There are trans girls competing against biological girls, and that is not fair to biological girls. That's the whole crux of the argument. It's also dangerous if we're talking about combat sports or physical sports.
Even if there were more, trans kids, like all kids, vary in athletic ability, and there is no evidence they pose any threat to safety or fairness.
There's no evidence. Mate. Google Fallon Fox. In fact, you know what? You're watching the video. I'll fucking do it. Fallon Fox is a transgender mixed martial artist, okay? Born in the 70s, so she's 50 years old now, maybe not competing, but she copped a lot of shit because she was fighting against biological women, which I have no problem with if they agree to it. If everyone agrees on those terms, that they know that she has a biological advantage over these natural-born women, then that's fine. But Fallon Fox broke the skull of one of her opponents. Would that have happened to that opponent? Would that person's skull be broken? Would her skull be broken if she competed against a natural-born female? This is the argument here, particularly when we're talking about combat sports, MMA, boxing, football, whatever. If you are competing against someone, and what the fuck is John Oliver talking about? There's no evidence. Dude, if you live your teenage years, your young adult years with testosterone flowing through your body, if you are born male, you have advantages over women. Full fucking stop, dude. I have 2 favorite examples of the advantages of being a man over a woman when it comes to sport. Men have bigger heads, all right? Bigger heads. And men have more blood. If you have more blood, then you have more red blood cells. And more red blood cells means you can carry more oxygen, which means you can compete longer, harder, faster, etc. It is not fair. If you were born a man, you have heavier bones. Therefore, if you're throwing fists at someone, it's a heavier strike. Which, by and large, John Oliver, is pretty good fucking evidence.
It is very weird for you to be so focused on this subject. And finally, if you genuinely want to address the biggest concern for most girls who play high school sports, you'd be less worried about this.
Who is in that audience? Fuck off, John Oliver. You are appealing to everyone's auntie who lives by the fucking nightly news. That's who he appeals to. He's not appealing to someone who, I don't know, thinks for themselves. That's not John Oliver's audience. So people like him, and the reason that their numbers, their viewers is dwindling is because nobody trusts them. Nobody thinks the way they think, and fuck John Oliver to the moon.
I'm having a delayed reaction.
Hang on. This is from a month after Trump was elected.
I just realized that I'm too scared to use dating apps now.
Okay. Let's try and work out what's going on here. This is a young lady who is scared to go on dating apps because Trump was elected. This is from the end of November, I found this video, okay? We're talking weeks after Trump was elected. And this is still the visceral reaction that you're having? If you are doing that, if you are so upset by something that has no bearing on you in reality. Trump being elected is not going to affect this woman in any way. I don't give a fuck what you think, okay? It's not. It's just not. And if you are convinced that it will affect you, then you are under some fucking mind control from the mainstream media, okay? You fool. This is madness. And this is Trump derangement syndrome. This is what people are seeing all over the world. Okay, let's see what's going on. She's talking about dating apps, and I imagine there's a lot of dudes supporting Trump on dating apps because most men support Trump. I don't know why. Probably because he's a great guy, nice guy, the best guy, possibly.
I want to go on it, and I just, every message and every profile just makes me think.
Imagine having a
that
breakdown and
it
then
could be
recording it like this.
Somebody like.
Fuck Trump and everyone who voted for him for taking my sense of security away from me.
That's emboldened by Trump. And the profile was so normal.
I don't understand why she's upset.
I would never know.
Okay, what? So she's scared. According to Libs of TikTok, who posted this on Twitter, she's scared to go on dating apps because she can get matched with a Trump supporter. Well, maybe it's good that you get matched with a Trump supporter. Maybe it mixes up the way you think about things politically. Maybe that'd be good for you, babe. Oh, hey! Oh, wow. Get ready with me. That's what GRWM means. Get ready with me, but I overcame body hair shame. Wow, you're so brave. Oh, look at those beautiful legs. They look like mine. Hey, beautiful underarm hair. They look like mine. I'm sorry, dudes. There's not one dude in the world that finds underarm hair attractive. And if you do, you're right. Are you okay? Because that shit's fucked up. I have underarm hair and I fucking stink. I reek to high heaven. Ladies, listen, I know you might argue that we're all born with body hair. But here's my argument to that. I don't give a fuck. Shave it. All right? Good. I'm glad we got over that. I'm glad we got through that as a family. I'm glad. Okay, what do we got here? We got another trans activist suggests that he will stab people if they question why he's in the women's bathroom. Excuse me, you're in the women's bathroom. The men's is over there. My Hello Kitty knife tucked up my sleeve. I mean, that's a weird thing to put on the internet, but also, what the fuck is this tiny little human gonna do, honestly? Although, I will be quite frank, before I filmed this video, I had a large thumbtack-like thing that goes in the bottom of a piece of furniture that I was putting together, probably about that big, and you know, it's got a big, long, sharp thing on the bottom, so it sticks in the wood, and I stood on it. It was real shit. So I reckon that a Hello Kitty knife would do something like that. It really fucking hurt. But I still filmed this video because I care about you!
.org. It's short for virtuous pedophiles. Not
Whoa.
virtuous as in they're better than everyone because they're attracted to children, but virtuous
What?
like having moral standards and a sexual orientation that they have no control over, like the rest of us.
If you haven't seen this, this is Dr. Lindsay Doe, followed by over 1 million people, who argues pedophilia is a sexual orientation and wants you to have sympathy for those pedos. Just say no. This is from a Twitter account called Amuse.
Before you get all worked up, I'm talking about pedophilia, not child molestation or rape. Pedophilia is the sexual attraction to children. It's a paraphilia. There's a link to more information about it in the description.
Well, I shan't be clicking that link.
Videos I've made in the past explaining the kind of human diversity and development. Molestation and rape are different. These are abusive actions that often have nothing to do with attraction. Many child abusers are actually sexually attracted to adults, but they act out on children. Meaning you probably don't object to pedophiles because you're compassionate and rational.
No. I like to think I'm compassionate and rational, but I do object to pedophiles. Call me crazy. And I get what she's saying, that these people haven't done anything, but they're still attracted to children. You can't be trusted. If that's you, you can't be trusted. I wouldn't trust you around my children or anyone else's children. You can't be trusted. You are a danger to the community and you should be cast away. I don't give a fuck what you think. That's the fucking honest truth. I love Ozempic. Yeah, that's very fashionable. You know, the rates of obesity have gone down for the first time in a couple of decades, which is good. But on top of that, people are still eating shit diets and just pumping themselves full of Ozempic and semaglutide and all these things, not addressing the actual problems that are causing disease in the body, like high fructose corn syrup, sugar in absolutely everything, refined carbohydrates, all that type of shit, and eating too many calories. But anyway, I'm glad that this beautiful model loves Ozempic.
I get compared to Jesus a lot
I bet you
on
don't.
this channel and many others. And let's go down our little list.
Okay.
Number 1, preaching love in a world that's very hateful. Yes, check. We both do that. Preaching love so well, the message has so much truth and depth that the religious leaders and conservatives of our time want us DEAD.
No one wants trans people dead, you fucking fool.
Yes, both Big J and myself. True. Not just DEAD, but discredited, dehumanized.
No one's doing that, dude. Lady, sorry.
Outcast. And number 3, we have so much love to give that we even preach love for those who are caught up in hating us the most. True and true.
Well, the Father and the Son and the testosterone blocker have spoken, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Just relax. I know sometimes this world is tough and life is tough, but at least we're not doing it as tough as everyone in this fucking video. I'll see you on the next video. Be a good motherfucker. Peace of the Middle East. Be Dick Six. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.